and growing. So yeah, it just fired me up. All that lack of sleep, I finished the seminar and went out and had to mow the lawn just to work off a bit of energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's great. And totally enjoyed it. Brilliant.
Yeah. And
Fan-
congratulations, because immediately from that, you wanted to activate a launch. And so that is the whole purpose of these trainings is to
Yeah,
go, what is your next step?
exactly.
Yeah.
And and
Sorry.
success works with speed. So the faster we go, the more success we're potentially going to have. So I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I realized too is this business is going to explode, whether I do anything with it or not.
Yeah.
So I choose to do something with it, don't want to be left behind. So,
Love it.
yeah, that's so good.
Brilliant. Thanks for sharing. And last one, Donald.
Wow, what a fantastic weekend. It was just unbelievable. So many gems that come out of it. And yeah, we're all in it together and we've got an moral obligation to tell the rest of the world
Yeah.
about this fantastic gift that we've been given.
Yeah.
And I'd also like to say, as one of the speakers said about Steve and Gina, I'd like to say the same to Vanessa and Andrew. Thank you for taking all those big hits in the wave so that we can follow you in your smooth wake. So thank you very much for everything you do, guys.
It's very kind.
You.
Can't promise you a smooth wake, but we will definitely have a wake. So, but we appreciate that.
Thank you, Donald.
You're a legend.
So glad to have so many of you on. And I
Yeah.
think that's the key to this
Go.
business, exactly, is just bring people with you and until they catch it, just be the fire. And so that we were so excited to see so many of your faces.
100%. And again, what gets in you comes out of you. And so the more, again, around the fire, the more you smell of smoke, the more you're going to go and share that with other people. And that's why it's so important. In our 2 year experience, those that have stayed connected like this are the ones that, keep succeeding and growing. Those that don't isolate, and they're the ones that then, get disappointed, whatever, and potentially give up. So this is so good to be around the bigger campfire, which this is. And I've already seen a whole bunch of you sign up for it. We've said we're going to be there 2 days earlier and 1 day after. So 2 days of fun before, getting over jet lag and chilling and hanging out, and then 1 day afterwards for those that can make it.
Yeah. So what we'd love to do today is take you through a few basics because we want to see, and again, if you were in any of the exercises that they did across the weekend, your why is not a rank. Your ranks just allow you to see that this business is moving forward. And we would absolutely say from the training, again, listening to the president, listening to David Schmidt, what this new celebration culture that they have brought in is actually really, really important because what you celebrate, you will duplicate. And what you celebrate will also form a new pathway in your brain that this is the way to go. Every time you celebrate, something shifts in that neural pathway.
That's right.
So celebrating yourself is huge. So what we want you to do now in the chat is if you in the last week or two have actually achieved the next rank, and it is an achievement, it means volume is coming through your business, whether it's you've upgraded, brought on someone else, a few people. So why don't you put in the chat your own celebration of yourself? I've ranked 2, whatever it is, 1 star, 2 star, 3 star. They are incredible steps that do not change no matter what rank you get to. You keep learning the practice of celebrating yourself.
Definitely. And one of the things that we've always brought into this culture and that we try to example in our life is fun, is actually making this fun. If you're gonna make this hard, in your mindset, this is going to be hard. If you're
Yeah.
going to make it all those other things, it's going to be what can stop you from moving forward. So I always encourage, every time you hit a rank, never look at what you're not go, oh, well, I just got 2-star manager, I'm not 3-star yet. If you're always looking at what you're not or what you haven't achieved, you're never going to live in the moment and enjoy the process. And so when you hit 2-star manager, take a moment to celebrate that. Or 1-star manager, take a moment to celebrate that. Go buy, yourself something that you can afford with what you've just done. So for me, it might be a bottle of wine or champagne. So it might be a $20 bottle of wine at the 1st star, it might be a $30 bottle or whatever at the 2nd star, whatever it might be for you that is relative to that situation financially. Go and do something that makes you go, hey, look what we achieved.
Yeah.
Because in our Australian Commonwealth culture,
Come on.
and I've traveled the world speaking, especially around these areas versus other areas, and we don't celebrate. And we almost feel like, oh, is that a bit like boisterous to celebrate something? No, it's not. The reason why the Americans are at the top in a lot of life, whether you like it or not, is because they know how to celebrate. They know how to take the achievement and the win. And I want to see that in Dream Team. And I want to see you put it on a post, like even in our WhatsApp. Hey,
Yeah.
I just became 1-star manager. I went out to a day spa for the day and celebrated, or I did this, or we had that. Whatever that is for you, let us celebrate with you the achievement, and then maybe something a little special that you did for yourself.
Love
So
it.
can you put a 10 in the chat if you're with me on that?
So good. Well done, Annie. 1-star director is definitely just around the corner for you.
100%.
We celebrated last week, but Ross, I want you to put your rank in the chat as well. And anyone that is ranked in the last 2 weeks, please put it in the chat, because this is what the culture is all about. Those of you that are absolutely brand new to this and just coming on for the very first time, we have an amazing system in place for you. So we want to tell you this. We have what we call, you okay?
I've got a hair in my mouth.
Oh, he's got something in his mouth. We have what we call a pace that you can do this business at. And this meeting is not needing to define your pace. So what we've decided to do now on Mondays is pretty much just go through essentials in this call until you hit the rank of director. Director really says you're moving to a leadership role where the duplication's got to happen at another intentional level. Again, we're talking not about hours, we're just talking about really working through a system. So whether you have come on this call because you just said to someone in your upline, your sponsor, hey, I'd like to get my cost of patches covered. When it comes to financial goals, that's what we want for everyone first. We want you to be able to say, I invested in my health and I've now had a return on that investment by sharing. So some of you might just be on because you are what we call sharers. You're just going to get out there kind of in your own way, organically, naturally. You're not putting a deadline or a time frame on what that looks like to reach that next goal. So we want to support you and show you your next step that you'll discuss with your brand partner, how you can achieve that next step. There are others on this call though, and we love everyone's cadence that are going, no, I need finances straight away, or I have a big dream and I want to get in massive momentum. So a big takeaway for us from the weekend was there really is a system for your goals, for what you want to achieve, for what time freedom you want to, what time availability you have. And it really does require discussion with the person that enrolled you or your most active upline. You might have come in like us. Andrew's best mate is just a patcher, still is just a patcher a few years on. And so we needed to kind of figure out our way and where to go. And we had great support from our upline in Tessa. So you may not have an active business building upline sponsor, but they will know who to point you in the direction. If you're here, then you're in the right place.
Exactly.
If you don't know who that is. So we just want to show you 4 slides right now now that will help you go, this is what I need to do next. And so this is all under This Is It team. If you just need to absorb and saturate really the culture and the success of the top level leaders in this company, you're going to go straight to This Is It. If you need a bit more of a dashboard, and even so, we're going to point you to This Is It, but you're going to see that in the dream team. But let us just quickly show you right now where you are at and what your goals can look like for your next step. And then we want to get on calls each Monday and help celebrate those next steps that you've taken. So this is called the power of two. Everyone write in the chat 2. Just put the number 2 in the chat or lift up 2 fingers. Everyone knows 2 people. Now, we used to say that could be family, but it's not always family that leans in first to these things. We always want to honor the family with a conversation, but they may not be the first to uptake on this opportunity. But everyone knows 2 people. So if you're a brand partner right now, your goal is to look at both these left and right personals, is what they're called, and the blank space, and decide, who do I want to approach tomorrow with this opportunity? If you have no one yet, then you want to fill these 2 places first.
Absolutely. And so again, you want to find 2 people in your life who could see the opportunity like you do. And I want to keep saying, you're going to reach a lot of different people, because you reach one person, they're going to have a different reach to you, but that's still you reaching those people through that original person. But for you, your greatest avatar is yourself. You're going to reach people like you, your season of life, your situation in life, all of those things, even some of your passions, because you're going to connect. I like to hunt, and there are some people that absolutely hate it, and I would say a lot of the time don't understand it. And there are people who absolutely love hunting. When I'm in a room and I find a hunter, we could be from such different backgrounds, but all of a sudden there's a connection there. And you're going to have different passions and things and likes that you like that you're going to find in others. And so finding those first 2, you can be like, hey, who would be, and especially who would be 2 people I'd love to work with the best? Who would be the top 2? And again, you'll go from 2 to 4 to 6 to 8 with this, but your first 2, that's like, this could be like a real adventure. Like, I remember the movie Thelma and Louise. All right. You want to find, if you're a woman, find your other Louise or Thelma. As a guy, find your other wingmen, other guys that you're like, I would love to do it with these guys. And then approach them first as part of your strategy.
So this is what we call first 21 days. You can do it fast, you can do it like as slow as you want, but this is basically everyone's first step. And when you have these 2 people, you will hit 1-star manager. It's massive. It's like, for us, we always celebrate this the loudest, because it's the breakthrough rank, because you're now going, I'm not keeping this to myself. I have other people that are going to start patching. The second key to that is, as soon as you have other people in your immediate world starting to patch, the stories start to evolve. They may not happen overnight, like this business. It's not a quick fix, but you start to, again, have other people around you that are also patching and possibly going to also do this with you. So this is your first step. If it's not you, why don't you just put in the chat, this is my next step? If that's you, if you're a brand partner right now and you have not hit the rank of manager or our 1-star manager, or you had some, I guess you'd call them customers, but they've dropped off, or the volume's dropped off because they haven't reordered. So even auto ship, learning about auto ship, there's great teaching on that. Sue Dux really coaches that out so well on a Wednesday. But if this is your next step, would you put in the chat right now, this is my step? Because we want to see who this is. Love it. Jennifer, amazing. Doug, absolutely. This is so powerful.
Great.
And your sponsor, many of those on today are ours. We're personally enrolled you. This is our honor and our excitement to partner with you and help you find those people. And let's also be super upfront. Finding your first 2 doesn't mean it's the first 2 people you ask.
No, yeah.
Right?
Sometimes you're going to ask 10 before, or 20 before 2 say yes. It's all about, like, I think Martin said, it's the numbers game. It's the more people you talk to, the more success you're going to have. That's the secret sauce of this.
Yeah.
The more you speak to, the more you get it out there through all the different ways of social media and everything else. It's all of the opportunities you have when you're out and about. Yesterday, we're walking back to our apartment, and we haven't really met our new neighbors well, and our doors are literally, their door, our door. And she said something about her leg, and we're like, we might have a solution for that.
Yeah.
And so then we've dropped her off some patches and started the conversation. It's
She's
just in
super
your
excited.
And she's so nice.
Yeah.
It's just in your everyday, but you've got to have your radars on.
Yeah.
Other than that, you just don't even think about it.
Yeah.
And so for us, we have other businesses and other things, but this is our number one. When I go outside, this is what I'm thinking every day.
Yeah. So write that down if you never have. I might have a solution for you. Look at the way we say it, the smile on our face, the energy in our voice. We might have a solution for you.
Yeah.
And then you literally go into an exchange, which will show you.
And can I also say something that, I just wish I'd known when I first started this is shorter the better. See it as, you throw a bit out, see if they take it and ask more questions. You got to go into it with passion and excitement, but don't give a rip if they say yes or no.
Exactly.
Because that's the part that's totally out of your control.
Yeah.
Them saying yes or no is their control. What is in your control is how you share it.
And then the second thing, we might have a solution for you. The very next thing you do is make sure you're wearing your patch somewhere that you can literally then point to. See this? And this is literally our script. We might have a solution for you. See this? This is wearable light therapy.
Can I just say, though, I have watched people who put it on their belly button and they're like, oh, yeah, have a look at this. And I don't know about you, but I find that awkward every time. So please, if it's on your belly button, especially, men and women, please don't show people that unless they're good friends of yours. Put it somewhere that's a bit more appropriate.
All right. Awesome. Second step for those of you that have 2 already, or you see in your volume, which is in your back office, you might have, a few hundred in volume. Maybe you are at that 500 mark in volume. When you have 4 orders, core or advanced, obviously when you have 2 premiums, you hit it quicker. When you're a premium, you're going to hit this even quicker as well. So definitely look at upgrading. You need to have product. You want to upgrade. If you're a core, you want to upgrade to an advanced. Absolutely. You also need to make sure you're on an auto ship. That's all in our information. But see this is for people. 2-star is amazing. If you do this quickly and fast for 9 weeks, the company is going to pay you both for introducing the product, and the company is going to pay you $50 US extra a week if you keep this amount of volume in your team and in your organization.
And the person that sponsored you gets half of that on top of what you get. So if you do the first 2, you get $25 a week. They get $12.50 a week for those 9 weeks. You do 2 more and you get $50, then your sponsor gets $25. So can you imagine how many people you're helping in that first 9 weeks? That's why it's like for Ross, who's on, when he first came on, we're like, do you want to run? He goes, I want to run. So we're like, okay, let's get you earning money as fast as possible so that you can maximize that 9 weeks. And when you start getting a little bit of moolah coming in, it does help people to get excited.
We're going to say one more thing as well. So much of this is volume based. So if Ross doesn't mind, I'll use him as an example. He has a beautiful sister in his world, and she's got a friend. And so actually his volume to hit that rank came from helping one person as soon as they came in. And so this amount of 4 people, it doesn't just need to be your 4 people, though you want to do that. It could be someone that's also excited to share with you. So this is your next step. Put in the chat if this is your next step, getting to 2-star manager. Write it in the chat if this is yours, so we know again how to support your next step. Whose is this? Love it.
Great.
You're doing the action. Moya, amazing. This is going to be your next step.
Come on.
Mark 2, amazing, perfect. Annette, Some of you that have been in for a little while, it's just going to be about re-engaging and reactivating a few people that previously ordered. Others, this is you because you are brand new. Others, you're just deciding to share and you're really ready to start to focus on these steps. So this next step is so exciting. It's in an older plan. It's what we call manager. This is 2-star manager. So what we want to encourage you at on this call is, why don't you become your next step by next Monday?
Come on.
Everyone say that to themselves. I will reach my next step by next Monday. This is literally, if you have 2, go for 4. If you have 2,
Right.
ask someone else, do they want to share? Whatever it is. And the last step is, demoted happens just around volume. That's what this is. It just means auto ship wasn't on, someone stopped ordering. So you don't stop at 4. So this is why we want to end this training call today with your next step. If you have 4 already, then your next step is to inquire, not on your own.
That's right.
Do not do any of this on your own. At your 4 people that are already ordering from you, this is where you get your upline on a call. Call it whatever you want, a discovery call, an activation call, just a connect call. Your people might have been patching now for 21 days, a month, 2 months. They might be saying nothing's happening. They might be saying something's happening. I don't care whether it's positive or negative. What you need to learn how to do to get to this next rank is say, that's a great question. Would you have 5 minutes? I want you to meet the person that I'm learning from. Don't do any of this stage alone. Basically, don't do any of these steps and these stars alone. You don't need to. It doesn't duplicate. You want to model to everyone that you are a learner, that you are new in the business and you're learning. And so this allows, see how it says personal, at least 4 in our experience, 1 at least will start to get excited about maybe telling someone else. But guess what? You've probably asked them 5 times already if they want to share. Get your upline on a quick call and say, my team leader, my mentor, whatever you want to call that person, would love to meet you and answer some of your questions, and have a 5 to 10 minute connect call. And I guarantee that leader, because that's what we're developing in our directors, that leader is going to help you help that person take a next step.
Absolutely.
You know what it might just be? You know what? You've got such a great testimony. Would you be willing to share on one of our calls? Or would you just at least pop that in the WhatsApp chat? Every little step that your people take is going to help them move, and it moves you as well. So your goal, whose goal is 3-star? Who's a 2-star right now and you need to get to 3-star? Amazing.
And then there's 3 stars going to director. So here's the other thing as we close, because we have our director's call now, is the more you can get your people connected to this and other people, hearing the stories, seeing, like what I think it was Ross said, that he knew this was big, but he didn't realize how big this was till he saw the convention. People aren't going to see really how big this is unless they get around opportunities like this. When they hear the training on Saturday, if they're building, they're sharing, you're just supporting them as they're sharing, and someone under them might want to build. And that's where you've got to jump in and go make sure they don't get lost in the system. But it's all about bringing people to, because honestly, for Vanessa and I, we're not big enough for all of you. Tessa's not big enough for us. Mario's not big enough for us. They're helpful with us, but the bigger picture of this is it. It's big. We bring a snapshot of what that is. And then what you've got, we're that next chapter for people to see, okay, what you've got, then what they've got, and then what they've got. Being a part of something of the vision of what we're doing, seeing people, their lives being changed. All of that is so important to this process.
So those of you that were on this call and have not yet ranked to director, your homework is to go to the page on dreamteam.community, /sharing. And you'll see there all the various ways you can do what we just said. But the big thing is, do not do this alone.
That's right.
Okay. So we're so glad that you've been on this call. You get to log off now. We want you to honor that space now for us to just talk to the directors and come back on in 30 minutes time.
That's right.
And we're going to have a great presentation. You know what you can do in the next 30 minutes? Go invite a whole lot of people via
Yes.
text message, phone call, voice message, whatever you want, and say, I've got an information session I'd love to invite. I cannot ignore you.
That's right.
Your name's on my heart. I'd love you on this call.
That's right. To get them all there, and then the more you're on it, the more you understand it, the more it gets in you that comes out of you. Thanks so much, everybody. We look forward to seeing what you create this week, and we celebrating, I'm sure, many people.
See you on Testimony tomorrow.
All right.